Hello everyone, this is Sakshi and I welcome you all to my edutech platform, Way to Learn. So, we'll be solving problems based on black body radiation, which I have already given few theory and theory and formulas in my last video. So, we'll be looking into few problems in this video. So, before that, share my videos, like my videos if you like those, and subscribe my channel. Do not forget to subscribe my channel. So, let us start with our first problem. So this problem, consider a black body radiation contained in a cavity whose walls are at temperature T. The radiation is in equilibrium with the walls of the cavity if the temperature of the walls is increased to 2T. So first the temperature is at T and now the temperature is increased to 2T. And the radiation is allowed to come to an equilibrium at the new temperature. The entropy of the radiation increases by the factor of. So we need to find the relation between the entropy and temperature. So I'll let you know the formula that relates the entropy of black body radiation with the temperature. So entropy is proportional to T cube. So at temperature T, entropy will be proportional to T cube, and at temperature 2T, entropy will be proportional to 2T the whole cube. Therefore entropy will be proportional to 8T cube. Now if you compare this first one and the second one, you can say that when the temperature is at T, entropy is proportional to T cube, and when the temperature is increased to 2T, entropy changes, that is, entropy increases by the factor of 8. So you can remember this formula and write it down in your formula notebook. So the option C is the right answer. Now let us see the problem 2. Which of the following graphs below gives the correct qualitative behavior of the energy density of black body radiation of wavelength lambda at two temperatures T1 and T2. So we have to find which of the following graphs after these four options is correct for a black body radiation. So we know that by Wien's law, lambda m is proportional to 1 by temperature T, and according to the question, T1 is lesser than T2. That is, T2 is greater than T1. Now, for higher temperature, lambda m will be smaller, and for lower temperature, lambda m will be greater. So let me assume this lambda m2 and this is lambda m1. So I can say that lambda m1 should be greater than lambda m2. Now what is lambda m? This is the maximum point in the wavelength curve. So this will represent your lambda m. Okay, so now let us see this. Before that I can say that D is not a black body curve because these two black body curves cross each other. Two black body curves never cross each other. So any black body curves never cross each other. Okay. So option D will not be the answer and option A will also be not the answer because these two curves cross each other. Now we have to check with option B and option C. So if you see, this is the lambda max here and this is lambda max here. So this is lambda m1, this is lambda m2. Similarly, this is lambda m1, this is lambda m2. So here if you see, lambda m1 is lesser than lambda m2 and here lambda m1 is greater than lambda m2. So option C satisfies this equation. Therefore, option C is the right answer. So let us see the problem 3. Here again consider the black body radiation and thermal equilibrium contained in a 2D box. The dependence of the energy density on the temperature T is. So we do not know the general formula for this. So I'll be telling you the general formula. So here energy density T of lambda will be proportional to T power n plus 1. Here, n represents the dimension. So, therefore, uh, here n is 2D. There is two dimensions. So, n is equal to 2. Therefore, energy density will be proportional to T power 2 plus 1. E lambda is proportional to T cube. Option A is the answer. So, let us see the next problem, which is problem 4. Two spheres are subjected to black body radiation at temperature T1 and T2. So, two spheres, one at temperature T1 and one at temperature T2. For the first sphere, only half of its surface is exposed to the radiation. So, first sphere is exposed only, that is half of its surface is only exposed, while the second sphere, full surface is exposed to the radiation. So, full surface of the sphere is exposed. Now, the ratio of the radii of the two spheres, that is R1 and R2, the ratio is 2. And if the forces due to radiation pressure, so remember these few words here. Forces due to radiation pressure on the two spheres are same. If the forces due to radiation pressure on the two spheres are same, that is F1 and F2 are same, then the ratio of T1 and T2 is what? We need to find the ratio between T1 by T2 is what? What is given is R1 by R2 is equal to 2, and forces due to radiation pressure are equal for F1 and F2. Okay, now according to the question, for sphere 1 of radius R1, only half of the surface is exposed, and for sphere 2, that is with radius R2, full surface is exposed. Now, there are two words here. One, forces due to radiation pressure, and the second word is the radiation pressure itself. So first, a basic thing that we know about this black body radiation is Stephen's law. I is equal to sigma T power 4, right? So now radiation pressure, and we also know that intensity is nothing but power by area. Okay, so remember this also. Intensity is equal to power by area, and intensity is equal to sigma T power 4. And now radiation pressure, which I'm going to write this as P radiation, is given as intensity by c, speed of light. Okay, also pressure in radiation pressure is equal to energy density. So these are the two new formulas that you have to remember and write down in your formula notebook. Okay, so radiation pressure is equal to the intensity divided by speed of light, and it is also equal to the energy density. Now we know that P radiation is equal to 1 by C. Okay, and we basically know that pressure is equal to force by area. So I can write that P radiation is equal to F radiation by area. Okay, now I can equate this first equation and the second equation. So F radiation by A is equal to I by C, right? I know that F1 is equal to F2. So that is why I have changed this radiation pressure into force. So now I know that F radiation is equal to IA by C. So A is the area over here, area of the sphere. So I can write F1 is equal to I1 A1 by C, and F2 is equal to I2 A2 by C. Right? So we also know that I is equal to sigma T power 4. So I can write I1 is equal to sigma T1 power 4. I2 is equal to sigma T2 power 4. Now A1 over here is the area of sphere. So area of the sphere for first sphere is for area is basically 4 pi r square. But now according to the question, only half of this surface is exposed. Therefore, only half of the surface area is required. So I can write the area as 4 pi r square, that is r1 square, divided by 2. This would be my area of first sphere. And in the second sphere, the whole surface is exposed. Therefore, I can write the area A2 is equal to 4 pi r2 square. So these are the substitution to be made over here. So we know that F1 is equal to F2. So I can write these over here. Sigma T1 power 4. A1 is nothing but 4 pi r1 square by 2, the whole divided by C. And here sigma T2 power 4 into 4 pi r2 square divided by C. C gets cancelled. Sigma gets cancelled. And then 4 pi gets cancelled. Okay. What do I need here is what is asked. T1 by T2 is what? So I'm going to rearrange this. T1 power 4 by T2 power 4 is equal to R2 power 4 by R1 power 4 into 2. Sorry, this is R2 square, R1 square. So R2 square, R1 square into 2. This 2 goes over there. So now I can substitute R2 by R1. I know that R2 by R1 is equal to 2. Sorry, 1 by 2. So now I can write this as 1 by 2 the whole square into 2. So I get T1 power 4 by T2 power 4 is equal to 1 by 2. And therefore, I get my answer as T1 by T2 is equal to 1 by 2 power 1 by 4. So, which is option D. So, here in this question, you have to remember these few formulas of radiation pressure, and then how we relate the radiation pressure and the force and intensity, everything. Okay, so you just have to remember the basic formulas, and you have to mix and match all those formulas in your question as given. So these are the 4 problems for today's video. So we'll be solving next 4 problems in our next video. So thank you. Like my videos and share my videos, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. So thank you. See you tomorrow.